Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Eternal Strands. So, today's episode, we're going to be doing the Lost City campaign quest, which is use Lucia's symbol to remove the barrier in the Arkon's hearth. And I have been unlocking powers by defeating bosses in a boss guide series that I've been making. But we're going back to our campaign, so let's get into this. So if you see me casting abilities, that's why I've been getting them from all the bosses I have access to right now.
That console that looks like our scry should be the controls for the barrier. The thimble was built to interface with it.
Time to disrupt Asylum.
I'm very curious how big this place is going to be. Guessing I wasn't supposed to do that. I was probably keeping something in. I think I went boss hunting before I did this.
Great timing. I owe you one.
You need to come with me. All of you.
Okay.
We mustn't cause a panic.
Sure. It's not like we had a dire supplies shortage on our hands before this happened.
What do I tell the High Enchanter? The Guild will want...
Enough. We won't discuss this further. Not in front of our guests. Identify yourselves.
Aurea Harpenay, or Silverbeak, as I'm known among Weaver circles. This is my band, and beside me is our acting point.
Bryn. And you are...
Khan Stunild, Eye of the Enclave. My colleagues are the Spindle and the Axle, representatives of the Enchanting and Crafting Guilds. Who sent you?
Sent us?
Tarza? Renland? Udea? The Enclave is the envy of the Maida for its magical prowess. Clearly one of those nations has finally grown a spine and decided to take it for themselves in our moment of weakness.
Moment. No one sent us. We came here by accident.
What kind of fool do you take me for? You expect me to believe that you bypassed our veil, infiltrated our loom gates, and breached asylum without a national power backing you?
When you put it that way.
This is a misunderstanding. We're weavers, like you. There was a brief opportunity to enter the Enclave for the first time in decades, and we took it. Everything we've done since we arrived has been to uncover what happened here after the Surge. And to find you.
If that is true, have you really no inkling of the trouble you've caused?
No.
Your reckless conduct has unleashed an enemy that nearly destroyed us 27 years ago.
The Surgeborn. They first appeared a little over a decade after the Veil went up.
Where did they come from?
No one knows. But they arrived in the Underworks before making their way to the surface.
Where they left a trail of destruction in their wake and wreaked havoc on the Enclave.
Causing casualties to rise.
And so I called for a retreat here, saving countless lives. We sealed the Surgeborn in the Underworks for good. Until now.
It's clear we messed up, offers sincere apology. Surgeborn came out of the Underworks easy enough, offered to put them back in. They knew we were here. I wonder why the Hearthriders didn't intervene sooner.
We've been here a little while now. Don't you think all of this could have been avoided if you'd properly said hello?
She's right.
This is hardly our fault.
Look, Surgeborn or not, we had no choice but to remove the barrier. Though, I suppose we owe you thanks for warning us about the floods.
Who warned you?
You did.
Did we? I'll deal with you later.
While we can agree Arkon breached no contact protocol, it has proven to be the right decision. The floods were growing worse, and now they have stopped. Even if fixing them has introduced a new problem.
One my band would be more than happy to help you solve.
Ha! Work together.
Sorry to interrupt, but you mentioned your last name earlier. Any relation to Shireen Harpenay?
She was my mother. You know who she is.
Of course! I mean, before my time, obviously. But she's still renowned in the Enchanting Guild. Her work is remarkable. There's a statue of her in Denevron, you know?
Oh. I can't believe she didn't mention that.
There is so much I'd love to ask you, but for now, Aurea comes from a long bloodline of outstanding and renowned weavers. Shouldn't that buy her band some grace?
All right. Your presence in the outskirts will be tolerated. Nothing more.
What about the Surgeborn?
What about them?
Shouldn't we work together to deal with them?
We could use the help.
The Surgeborn are a problem for anyone in the outskirts, not us. Cassidon's Hold is a fortress.
The scouts do head into the outskirts to scavenge for supplies.
We'll take our own precautions. Speaking of, we have pressing matters to attend to.
But
Enough! My word is final.
Bryn, the one that led us here is clearly the one that warned us. Try to talk to him before we leave. Maybe he's willing to work with us.
Will do.
Tepid welcome. When maintained but clearly often used.
Hey, Arakim, was it?
oh, just call me Arik.
Well, Arik, I never got a chance to thank you. You know, for grabbing me before I fell to my death.
I think you had it. Besides, I couldn't let you plummet into a chasm. The Eye is pretty peeved with me, but hey, that's just a bonus.
Doesn't seem angry at us about the Surgeborn being released. Ask why.
So you're not upset that I breached Asylum, like your colleagues?
I've been pushing to do something about the Surgeborn for years now. Setting them free wasn't great, but sealing them in the underworks indefinitely was never a good solution. Frankly, I think Khan Stanild is just annoyed you undid his one claim to fame. I guarantee he has no plans to do anything about the Surgeborn now that they're free.
You don't think he sees them as a threat?
He's got his head in the sand about a lot of things.
Almost sounds like he's happy. Wonder if he's pleased about our arrival.
So, are you glad we're here?
I'm thrilled you're here.
I have to say, I'm surprised.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for all that cloak and dagger stuff earlier. Khan Stanild had me on strict orders not to make contact with your Weaver band. But it was the right call. From what I just saw, your presence here is having an impact.
How so?
Notice how the Axle took my side against the Eye earlier. And the Spindle is as quiet as a mouse most of the time, but not today.
Uh-huh. So these are big changes.
It might not sound like much, but they're excited you're here. That's why he backed down so easily. And that's why I'm glad you're here.
Actually, I probably skipped that previous. He doesn't seem fond of Karn Stalidae. Ask about their dynamic.
You and the Eye don't seem to get along very well.
What gave it away? The mutual contempt. The Eye doesn't like anyone who shows initiative or challenges him. Unfortunately, those are my main qualities. And I suspect he perceives them in you, too.
Yeah, I didn't get the impression he's my biggest fan. Will you be in trouble for saving us?
I'd worry if he ever decided to get off his throne and do something about it. But he finds that throne very comfortable.
This is a warm response. Find out what he wants to know about me.
You seem awfully trusting of us, considering the terrible first impression we've made.
I was spying on you the first time we met, so let's call it even.
Sure. Maybe you know everything already then, but have you got any questions for me?
Just one. Why are you here?
Need to find a way back home. Tell him I want to leave. These people have been through so much since the surge. Tell him I want to help. The world needs the Enclave. Tell him I hope to bring down the Veil. We'll help.
Growing up, I saw the Enclave as a symbol of what Weavers lost after the surge. After all, we have no home to return to, and we're pariahs in most nations. But the longer I'm in here, the more I realize how much your people have lost too, and still stand to lose. I'm here to help, however I can.
That is exactly what I was hoping you'd say. If that's truly what you want, then dealing with the Surgeborn is the first step. Ever since the Veil went up, our people have been in crisis. They've spent so long in it, they're afraid to do what it takes to get out. It doesn't help that some have benefited off that same crisis.
Who?
Who always benefits? The very top. Our leaders are too preoccupied with their own concerns to form a unified front against the Surgeborn.
Such as?
The Spindle is obsessed with getting the Arcs functional again. She believes that will help us regain control. And the Axle is too stressed about our supply shortage right now. But if their concerns were handled, they could pressure the Eye to finally address the Surgeborn.
That sounds like an opportunity. And are you a representative yourself? Do you have sway?
Representative, yes. Sway? No. I represent the Scouts, meaning I'm at the meetings, but I don't have the title to back me up. The Scouts were once points like you, but our role has changed since the Veil went up. We were effectively drafted into scavenging for food and supplies. It made sense following the surge, but it's been years. Recently, We've even been separated from Cassidon's hold and the remaining civilians. Anyway, it's the guild leaders who will need to pressure Khan Stanild into dealing with the Surgeborn. That's where my people need your help the most. Then we can start fixing the deeper issues we face.
Sounds like I've got some palms to grease.
Yuck. But yes, I'll come by your camp later. We'll be able to speak more freely there.
What is that about?
The Eye isn't one for idle chit-chat. That's worth watching.
Talk to you back at our camp.
You got it.
Sev, you all right?
No. I mean, yes. I'm fine.
You sure?
Bryn, the rest of us are heading out. See you back at camp.
I got to go.
Okay, so we completed that quest. I'm curious though, is that... We're on Act 4? We completely skipped over Act 3, I guess. So we got loose thread, so we got 2 people to talk to. I guess we'll do loose thread.
He nearly caught me last night. I need to be more careful.
Loose thread.
Excuse me, but Arkon mentioned you're the Spindle, a leading representative for the High Arcanists.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
We wanted to formally introduce ourselves. I'm Aurea, as you know. This is Darm, our enchanter, and Bryn, our acting point.
We didn't catch your name earlier. Khan?
Just call me Isla. Is there something I can help you with?
We'd actually like to help you. Apparently you want to restore the Arks.
Shh! Not so loud. Sorry, that sounds wonderful, but the Eye won't be happy about us collaborating.
She deserves to be seen speaking to us. Reassure her. Reclaiming the Arks would be huge. Tell her it's bigger than the Eye's political games. It's no harm working together. Wonder why the Eye would be upset. Let's reassure her.
Listen, we can be more discreet. We're not here to cause trouble. We only want to help.
I appreciate that. And you're right. I do want to fix the Arks. More than anything. I just need you to be quiet about it.
Okay. We'll try, but forgive us if our excitement bubbles over and we forget.
It's Darm. He's the one that might forget.
We know that the Arks began malfunctioning after the surge. A select few were even sabotaged. Any idea on what caused the other malfunctions?
Some theories, but nothing solid. Anyone who knew how to create Arks, let alone fix them, died before I was born. I've tinkered with an inactive Ark that's lying near the Grand Gate, but it would make a world of difference if I could study a resonance that was freshly harvested from a great Ark's pattern.
Consider it done.
Bryn's got you covered. She has a knack for harvesting great Arkons.
You'll have it in no time.
If you're sure, I certainly would appreciate it. With discretion, of course.
Right.
We've been talking a while. You'd better go.
So harvesting great arc for a fresh Arkon residence. Okay, we'll go do that, I guess. Guess we can explore that too. But let's actually go take down one. Okay, we got 2 Ashbeak Drakes. Ark of the Living Flame is a bit annoying to take down, but you know, whatever, we can go into it. It should take me more than 5 minutes to kill this guy. That's what it normally takes. And my game did not load all the way there. Now he's a giant walking statue, so he shouldn't be flying around anywhere crazy. Oh, there he is.
The Spindle needed to harvest a resonance from one of these massive arcs.
Yeah, to harvest this guy, you just need to take down these little balls that he has, are all over his body. Then there'll be one on his spear as well. I didn't do it, but I would also suggest if you're fighting this guy in particular, take a Flame Shroud drink. It'll basically make all of his fire damage pointless. Oh, I jumped, you bastard of a game. Take that, please. Then you got one on his left arm over here. Oh, okay, game. I couldn't even see myself. Alright, come on, sir. Okay, don't grab onto the staff. Alright, we got onto the staff. See, the annoying part that you need to be careful of with this guy in particular is if you just try to climb his arms to get up to his staff, he'll just switch the staff in the hands. What? Okay. I didn't have this hard of a time when I was creating a how-to guide on fighting this guy, but apparently that's not how this is going to play out. got that done. Now he's gotta climb up to his head. And we can harvest the top of his head. No, are you kidding me? I'm just trying to climb up to your head, sir. Wait, it's way more difficult than it should have been.
Enough to dispel her nerves.
Only one way to find out.
Alright, we got that all done. Now to head back for the rest of the quest. But yeah, if you're fighting this one, you just gotta destroy all those spots that I just showed. And then you get up to his head to harvest that. The other great arc, I think it's the Arc of the Earth or something like that. You just have to break off all the like little knocks on his armor and take all his armor off. And then his harvest point is on his chest area beneath his chest plate. But anyway, let's head back real quick. The portal's right over here, or as I would use the token, but it's pretty close by. Oh, those guys are out and about, I see. Where's my other destination? I don't think everyone moved back here, did they? But he's here. Maybe they did move back here. Doesn't look like it, though. I have to go to South Wall's way station to get to the Cassian's Hold. That's weird. Alright, let's turn our loose thread.
A resonance. Freshly pulled from an Ark's pattern, as requested.
By the flames! You can't be serious! This is incredible! You know, great Archons weren't built with patterns. They formed. This will propel my research faster than...
What is this about?
Nothing.
Is that so? Then why is this rogue point harvesting Archons for you?
I clearly touched the nerve. Take the blame. The Spindle is doing important work. Stand up for her. Skies, he hates our weave band. Reason with him. I clearly touched a nerve. Take the blame.
It's my fault. I was just hoping Isla could tell me more about their patterns.
Nice try. You weren't here 5 minutes before Isla roped you into her project. One that I have forbidden my daughter from pursuing.
Oh, she's your daughter.
Daughter?
The reason you didn't want me studying active arcs was because it was too dangerous to harvest one. But Bryn offered to do it for me. None of our people were put at risk.
The reason I didn't want you researching arcs is because I ordered you not to. Not as your father, but as the leader of the Enclave. This insolence and disrespect will not be tolerated. You will drop this obsession at once, Isla. For good.
Hey, are you...
I can't be seen speaking to you about this subject anymore. I'm sorry.
But...
I need to get back to work. Goodbye.
What a bastard.
Arkon, we will be having a discussion to clarify the meaning of no-contact protocol.
Of course. Can't stand out.
So collaborating with Isla didn't go according to plan. She seems less willing to speak with me than ever. I have no idea how we'll bring her onto our side. Maybe Arkon has some insight. After all, he was the one that suggested I reach out to her in the first place. Sure, I guess we'll just keep on doing her side of the quest line. And we can't talk to him here, so back to base camp. That's why he's at our base camp. Okay.
Bryn? Hi, Zola. Everything okay?
Oh, yes. Welcome back. It's good to see you safe. Could we talk when you have a moment?
Of course.
That's probably a companion quest that we'll do later. Unraveled.
Sounds like your work with Isla was a smash success.
Not exactly. She seems less willing to talk to us than ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure of that. She sent me here with a secret message, after all.
She did? What about?
Isla wants you to go to the Arkon's hearth. It needs to be at night, though. She'll sneak away from Cassidon's hold to guide you on the scry here. She wants you to collect Arkon parts that may be hard to spot without her help.
The Eye was furious. Wonder if Isla could get in a lot of trouble for this.
The Eye, well, her father, was livid when I brought her the resonance. Couldn't Isla get in trouble for sneaking out?
I know. Oh, she's never been cooler. But yes, she could absolutely get in trouble for this. We should make it a quick trip.
Got it.
Sounds like Isla's sending me on a scavenger hunt. Ask what she's looking for.
What parts does Isla want me to collect?
There'll be 3 what's-its, 4 who's-its, and maybe a thingy or 2?
For a guy delivering secret messages, you're not really a detailed note-taker, are you?
I glazed over when she started listing the parts, and, well, we decided her sneaking out to guide you on your scry was the best course of action. Besides, even if we knew what the parts were called, there's a lot of junk down in the Arkon's hearth. It wouldn't be easy to spot on your own.
I haven't been to the Arkon's heart. Ask what it is.
I don't think I've been to the Arkon's hearth yet. Where is it exactly?
You've been pretty close to it.
I have?
Wow. You've forgotten our introduction so fast.
I take it that's where the cavern near the harness leads.
Correct.
So what is it exactly?
The Arkon's hearth is where all arcs were created. We lost control of it almost immediately after the Surgeborn appeared. not that we had much use for it. The surge hit it hard, and most of the weavers who knew how to build arcs died as a result. But all the materials to build arcs are still there. Hence, the Spindle wants you to go.
Sounds like I better get to work. Thank Arkon for the
I
message.
appreciate you being the middleman, Eric. Sounds like I'd better get to the Archon's hearth.
Enjoy the trip. I hear it's toasty when you get deeper in. It is basically a giant forge for arcs, after all.
Alright, so we're gonna have to fast forward time to Archon's heart at night. And you fast forward time by just going into your sleep camp here. If you guys haven't noticed or done it before. Isn't that guy cool?
The Spindle just arrived. She's here to guide your expedition on the Scribe.
Please, call me Isla. I'll direct you to the Arkon parts we need.
Search for and covered in an armor that regrows when exposed to tangles. Once the armor is broken off, they become immune to physical damage, but exceptionally weak to heat and freezing.
Hard to believe you actually came. Worried you'll get caught sneaking out?
Please. It's hardly my first time out of the hold.
Ah,
Bye?
you're gutsier than you let on.
So it gets like that. We can use ice and fire, but it's physical damage, apparently. Oh, and then we turn them to stone. Okay. So having this little guy with me is going to be a huge help, I feel like. So we need to search the Arcane hearth that night for 2 otoliths in the Carapace Chamber, Schema tome and Arcane Foundry, Arcane armor, Fables and Carapace, and the Emergence core. Go on, little fire dude, do your thing. Okay. You know, maybe we don't use this guy. Huh. He almost killed me. Tapestry Hub. The amount of magic flowing through here must be staggering. So this guy might actually kill me. Throw a fire potion on. And I'll probably need that much later when I start working on the other stuff. Okay, we're almost at the manifold. Is there anything in the manifold? No, there is not. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to roam around until we find what we need here, guys. Because, these are not places in this area.
The manifold contains most of the complex and large machinery in Arkon's heart.
I think freezing might be the way to go here, guys. Yeah, I see your invisible butt. And freezing won't kill me either. What's this stone? It's purple. Ooh, iridescent. I can't believe I made that. That was so lucky. Resonant Fields, we need to get Arkon armor here. Resonant Fields is the other way. Yeah, this way's Resonant Fields, and we need Arkon armor from this side. I know you guys oh, damn it, roll away. I know they explode. Focusing device. Enchanted withstands surprising amounts of magic.
You're approaching the stockpile of arc armor. I'll need you to collect a few pieces for me.
Resonant Fields is where the Enclave farmed much of its coral.
God, that's such a good ability to deal with these guys. And all it requires is you to defeat the ice drake bird.
Got the armor.
Okay, so we got Resonant Fields. I'm not really seeing any of the other stuff actually labeled anything. So I guess we'll just keep running through. So Resonant Fields over here, and the item is right here that you need to get for that section. Wow, that did too much damage. And it's like an ice ball too. You hear that big armored forge guy walking around. Ooh. Oh no, that's a chest. Ooh, it has some abrium, though. Alright, he's it. We got a fractured Longfauld. Oh, we got a chest piece. Heck yeah. It looks pretty fancy, too. This is where that forge guy was.
You'll need a pair of otoliths, stones that allow the arcs to sense the environment around them. On a functioning arc, you'll see them placed in paired sockets on their head.
So, the arc's eyeballs?
Well, in appearance, otoliths certainly look like an arc's equivalent to our eyes, but they're also used for balance and sound perception. So, functionally, otoliths act as both eyes and ears.
Are you kidding me? He's a little too high for me. So I need to rip off that guy's eyeballs? Is that what you just told me to do? I mean, sure. Why not? Let's rip somebody's eyeballs off. Yeah, the Carapace Chamber is this way. Unless I just go to the, Ooh, they have an actual arc down here. Oh no, I don't have to. I just have to collect them. Okay.
The Carapace Chamber must be where each arc was fitted for its plating.
Of course I'm in combat. Fade Resonance, dim now but once carefully preserved copies of powerful strands.
Got the eyes and ears. Otoliths. You know what I mean.
The Ark of the Forge, built to equip Archons. Watch out for that hammer.
Ooh, he looks like he actually has flesh. Nope. This episode is about fighting that guy. That'll be another episode later on. I'll just throw some ice balls at him. Oh, I thought there were two of them for a second, but he just went.
The march was the passage walked by great and small Archons alike to reach wherever they were needed across the Enclave.
I really need to find a health potion. There we go. Where am I? I'm at the march. I need to go to the Arcane Foundry and the Emergence Gate. So they're back where I came. Ooh, double vitality. Heck yeah. He is like pure fire.
Up ahead, you'll find a stockpile of a thin material used for insulating magic. We call it
Carapace.
Oh, you're familiar with it?
We used it to repair the magic leaking from the loom gate in the outskirts.
Oh, that's genius.
Sure, he's not gonna just come out. No. Oh, there were two people hiding in there.
Carapace.
Oh, I wasn't in
Would have
combat.
been easier to collect it this way the first time around.
And then you go to the Arcane Foundry, which is directly this way. Okay, I don't want him to see us. I just want to roam around him. But of course, he's instantaneously going to see us.
Arcane Foundry. Every Arkon was assembled and enchanted here.
On the shelves, you should find a tome titled An Enchanter's Guide to Governing Schemas.
Oh, could I borrow it once you've finished?
Sure. I mean, from what I've heard, it's a dry read. It's just a basic introduction to enchanting the Ark's governing schema. But...
Dry? Who here I might could possibly find that dry?
Just about anyone?
There's a nest right there, that's why. Flame two-hander.
One book on something schemas, as requested.
That's everything we need. Oh, this will do wonders for my research. If only there was an arc I could try to repair, but alas.
We've got one here in the campsite. It's the one we followed through the veil.
What? Would you...
Need help carrying it to Cassidon's hold?
Thank you.
I'll meet you there with the parts.
Hey, we're gonna get our friend back from the beginning of the game. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright, let's get this Unraveled quest finished up. Oh, there's like 30 more parts that are gonna pop up here. Consult with the Spindle and... oh, okay. Consider your soul. Let's travel.
That should do it.
That was incredible.
It was certainly exhilarating.
Are you okay?
Yes, it's just no small feat to power an arc manually. Even a smaller one like this. It takes a lot out of me. We still don't know how the Enclave was able to catalyze an arc's ability to absorb raw magic on its own. Weavers certainly weren't powering them the way I just did.
Still, what a leap forward.
Indeed. You have no idea what this means to me. Thank you for all your help.
Isla, what you did, I have to say, I'm impressed. Perhaps I misjudged your ambitions with the arcs.
Perhaps. That is an understatement. You've never taken me seriously.
Isla, I'm trying to...
Just like you've never taken the Surgeborn seriously. I watched Bryn's expedition to the Underworks.
You left Cassidon's Hold. That is against my direct orders.
Oh, just like you ordered to sweep hundreds of Surgeborn under the rug, instead of actually doing something about them.
This is your doing, somehow. What have you done to turn my daughter against me?
He's feeling attacked, reassuring we don't need to be opposing sides. Longfauld chastised him for dismissing his daughter. Isla finally got to see Surgeborn for herself. Tell him we revealed the truth. We don't need to be on opposing sides. You know, you don't need to be a douchebag.
No one is against anyone. Our Weaver Band is here to help, starting with getting the Surgeborn under control.
Bryn didn't do anything wrong. Working with her has shown me what I've always known, deep down. That you've sheltered me from the truth for too long, and that there are people who value the work I want to achieve.
Isla, this isn't like you. These Weavers have corrupted your mind, or...
Your lies are what's been messing with my head. After all, we both know that's not the only thing you've lied about.
As the Eye, it is my job to hide things from you, from everyone, for your protection. And that's all I've ever done.
I don't want to hear another word from you right now.
Isla.
Just go.
Wow. That can't have been easy.
It was a long time coming. I need to go process all that just happened. But thank you for everything. And when it comes to dealing with the Surgeborn, just know that from now on, I've got your back.
Good to hear. We're going to need it.
Alright, so we completed the Unraveled quest. That was interesting. So she can kind of control the arcs. But I think we'll end this one here since we have another quest line for the Axle. So we'll be doing an introduction on the next one. Yeah, then it looks like we have a question of loyalty, which Sev was talking to him, which seemed a bit weird. So we'll have to delve into what that is. Before we got a collectible here, though. Organized Chaos. Reports fabricating tools and a strange skull labeled Tobias. Planet Infernus. Plates from arcs carefully labeled for test, presumably. I think that's it for the collectibles in here, though. Oh no, there's one more. Sleepboard. Powered with dust, but cleaned of anything of significance. Oh, we have an inspection thing here?
Need I remind you that your access to Cassidon's Hold is restricted?
Oh. I didn't mean to intrude.
You would do well to mind yourself, newcomer. Or risk losing the privilege of coming to Cassidon's Hold entirely.
Okay, I guess I can't just look at a door. Alright, but anyway, like I said before, that'll be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We have another collectible, Hum of Activity, voices echoing, supporting staff working on the lower halls of the hold. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like always, please leave a like and subscribe. I got another boss to figure out how to harvest and see what kind of ability he's got. So that'll be interesting. I definitely will probably be fighting the Ashdrake a bunch of times to make some highly fire resistant armor, since it seems like he is just a constant fire person. But anyway, yep. Like always, please leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, later, guys.